It's me, Lifespiller79. A bunch of PS1 games. I can just walk in and out of a thrift store. Hello gamers, it's me, Lifespiller79. It's my show. Glad to be back, and hello gamers, it's me, Lifespiller79. It's my show. Glad to be back to do another video. In this video, wanted to do some quick game finds. It's been kind of scarce, and I thought it was just me, but after speaking to a lot of people on various sites, because I talked to a lot of people on blogs, social media sites and stuff like that, a lot of people have come to the same conclusion that it's dry out there. And I'm hoping it'll pick up maybe 2015, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter starts to pick up. Becomes easier to find more and more games, but yeah, it's not easy, especially when you've had some of the main common titles, so it's harder to find stuff that you either don't have, do have, haven't played, have played. It's just so many things that fall in the same category. First few games I actually got on a bundle. I was willing to work with the store clerk at the pawn shop. She was originally going to charge me like, I think a few dollars for each thing, and I just told her, let's bundle it up. She was like $12, and I was like, no, let's try to do like $7. And she was like, she kept going up and up, but she eventually came down to $7 after she rung everything up. So I was glad about that. First game I got was Blitz 2001. I keep trying to find the right one. The one I used to play back in, well, I'll say back in the day, but actually not even that long ago. Probably about 10 years ago with my son. And it's actually Blitz. It's NFL Blitz. But I actually ended up finding NFL Blitz 2001, which is not a bad title. I still haven't fired it up yet. I need to fire it up, play it, test it out. A game I did play on my PSP is a game called Infected. And this game is horrible as far as the controls. The concept of the game is basically you're killing like infected people, zombie type thing going on. The only problem is the controls is just awful. It's that directional type thing where you point the control up and then the whole screen kind of moves and shifts like a 180 direction, and you're forever trying to kill things in front of you, to the left of you, to the right of you, and behind you and stuff like that, and it just doesn't work. So yeah, needless to say, that got maybe a few minutes, probably about 30 minutes spent out of me. Next game I got is actually turned out to be a demo. I thought it was a full game and only paid $1 for it, so I was happy about it. And that was The Getaway, Black Monday. I like this because it's actually got the full little slide in here. I thought this was interesting. It looks like a movie reel or something like that. So it's got the characters, got the file that you would find in a police station and stuff like that. I thought that was interesting. Black Monday actually wasn't a title that I was interested in, and it really was not one of those games that I did like. The last game that I got that came with that bundle was Family Guy video game. And I had to remember if I played the game or not. I did play the game because there were certain stages that I started going through, and I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, I played this game before. And I was trying to figure out, why did I not finish this game? There's parts of this game that's just too challenging, and some of it is kind of redundant, like you, or repetitive, I should say, where you're doing the same thing over and over. But there is parts of the game where you're trying to hop from one end or one platform to another platform, and trying to get from one end of the stage to the end, another part, and if you die, you go all the way back. It's that whole type of thing. I may pick this back up. I started playing it. I got through a few stages, and then it's the whole having to do the stealth thing when you're going through the men's shower, and if they see you, it automatically makes you go all the way back, and so you got to do it again. So that dying and doing it again type thing, it became annoyance after a while, so I just put the damn thing down. But it's still somewhere in the middle of a pretty decent title. It's one that it's good enough for me to reconsider going back to, and not just letting it sit on the shelf of eternity. The next set of games that I got, I actually had to pay a pretty penny for it, but it was games that I waited for to come down on price. And one of the first games that I found, I walked into a movie store and I actually only found it for $12, and that was South Park Stick of Truth. This game is actually pretty interesting, and on top of things, it's funny. If you are a fan of South Park, it's got the RPG elements, it's got the comedic styles, over the top humor. It's definitely one of those games that you want to play, and you will have a lot of fun with it. And this one did come complete, and I probably put in about 15-20 hours, but it's only actually clocked me in when I look at the save files for about 6 or 7 hours. But I spent a lot of time just journeying around, talking to the local people, going in and out of people's homes, garages, and stuff like that. But I like the comedy on there, because everything's about leveling up. Like at one point, I think Cartman goes, "I can't open the door because I'm not a level 5 or something like that." And it's kind of a mockery of RPGs, but it's also funny at the same time. So definitely pick that up. You will definitely enjoy that. Few games that I ordered and got through the mail. I was glad to add these to my collection. I had this game before as a digital download that I got from PlayStation Plus for free. But I ended my PlayStation Plus over a year ago, just because I didn't have online at the time, and I just only had online back for like 3 months. But you would have to pay for the PlayStation Plus to get it back active. So I went on and bought a physical copy of Saints Row 4. This one is really fun. In my personal opinion, I like Saints Row 3 the best. I have a double pack of Saints Row 1 and 2 for my 360, but this is really fun. I like the superpowers, the different elements of being able to fly, run up walls, run really fast, being able to blast away. Basically, the aliens are trying to take over the planet, from what I've gathered from the storyline. My biggest thing that I love about Saints Row is the overtop slapstick humor and stuff like that, and being able to slap people around with dildos and alien tentacles and all that kind of crazy stuff. Now, the next game that I got that I've been wanting for quite some time, and I'm finally glad that I got it in my collection, is Diablo 3. I actually got this really cheap. I think I paid like $10 for it. I paid $10 for the Saints Row and for this for $10. I just happened to catch a sale or something like that. So I was glad to add this to my collection. I only played the demo. Haven't had time to get around to playing this because I know it's got the RPG. I definitely want the expansion pack. I think it's the Reaper of Souls. It's something that I'm really interested in and really had a lot of fun with. So it's piqued my interest. A game that came recommended to me by a good buddy of mine. I don't remember if I already said something about this game or not. It's been a while since I've done a game find video or even just talking about them. And that was Sonic's Ultimate Collection, or Sega Genesis Collection. This game actually turned out to be really fun. It's got tons and tons of Sega Genesis games on it. One game that I found that has really piqued my interest is Beyond Oasis, a classic gem that Demetrius told me about. I forgot his new name. I'll have to pull it up, his new gamer tag name, but he told me about that. And then my buddy, I believe it was Matt, my gamer XP, told me about SWAT. That game is hard as hell. But yeah, there's tons and tons of games on here. I think at least 20 titles or something like that. But this is a really awesome gem. And I've overlooked this so many times, and I found it for $10. Every store I kept going to was charging it for like $15, $20. So I was glad to pick that up. A couple games that I got for my son that I just added to the collection because he's gonna play them more than me anyway. Is Fight Night Champion, and this is a game that I talked about last time. I just wanted to show you a physical copy of it. This is one I actually was interested in because of the story element. How you basically meet this character, you get to build up your character, you go through his whole life, and it prepares you for the ring, and it takes you through a journey through each fight. So it's kind of got a little bit of RPG type thing going on. It's just in a different way. It's more of involving yourself within the character and being involved in the game in itself. The last game is Madden 15, which actually looks really good. I think the last one I purchased was Madden 13, and that one was awful because of the commentary and the audio and the gameplay, and it was just all mixed up. This one looks so much better. The visuals and I've seen it on the PS4. It looks 10 times better, so I would recommend picking it up if you are a football / Madden fan. But those are all my quick game finds. Tell me what you think. What games have you picked up lately? Any game recommendations? Let me know down in the comment box. Other than that, thank you for watching my video. Thank you for subscribing and checking out my video again. Hit that like button so we can keep this thing going, so more and more people will find out, and share it out to as many people as you know. Other than that, Lifespiller79. Oh, and here is, just in case you didn't catch my Spiller Mail video, it's a game I've been putting a lot of time in on, and that's Ghost of Sparta for the PSP, man. I really am grateful that Steven, my buddy from Scotland, Games Not Loaded, hooked me up with this, man. Thanks. Other than that, I'm Lifespiller79, and I'm out.